What's up, YouTube? This is UF Mike 316, and this is a video on my re-leathered Master Series Winged Eagle replica belt. Before we get into this is not a debate on whether or not the Master Series is worth the money. This is probably the most despised replica out of all the replica belts you can buy, and that's due to the fact that it carries a $1,500 retail tag on it. And the reason for that is because of this right here. If you want this logo on a real handmade belt, you're going to pay about $2,700. The next best thing to getting this logo on a belt would be this, and at this price, for an extra couple of $100s, you can get a handmade belt with no logo. I personally want the logos, so $2,700 was not an option for me. So this was the best replica I could get. I did not have to pay $1,500 for it. I was able to get a bit of a discount on it. So even after re-leathering it, I still come in at a price that I can swallow for this belt. And re-leathered, I'm absolutely thrilled with the way it came out. The nice thing about it is on the Master Series, the bars are attached to the center plate. Now the way it comes from Figures Inc. on a, they call it a genuine leather strap, but I consider it to be pretty low quality leather. The bars are actually still connected to the plates, or the bars are connected to the leather. Now when I had this re-leathered by Romeo Anderson, his website is WrestlingGods1985.com, very affordable, extremely high quality, and as you can see, I mean, this just turned out great. Nice hand tooling. Specifically had requests on the size of the logo plate. He did this for me the way I wanted. He did the snap box for me the way I wanted. He did the tooling around it the way I wanted. The tooling on this is just phenomenal. I mean, everything about it is perfect. There's no flaws on it. The only thing on this belt is these sidebars do dig into the leather just a little bit, and you can see they do kind of indent the leather. That happens on the actual genuine ones also, and there's really nothing that can be done about that. For comparison, I have my re-leathered adult-sized replica in white, so you can see the detail on the plates side by side. 6mm plates, raised, 2mm plates, etched. This is an etched plate. This is a cast plate, much deeper engraving. Much more defined letters. The paintwork on it is better. The weight on it, I mean, it's much heavier. My favorite part about it is, now that it's re-leathered, just like the genuine one, the bars stick off, and the leather hangs down. Very flexible. Let me see here. You can see. Put it over the shoulder. The plate sticks up at the top here, while it hangs. The leather hangs over the shoulder. Sits because the leather is so flexible. It sits on your shoulder. It does not slide. Has a great feel to it. The plates on it look great. This thing could. I mean, obviously it's not a handmade. It's not real, but it doesn't look like replica quality. It's great. I love it. Very impressed with how this thing turned out. Again, we'll take a closer look at the tooling. Crafted by Romeo Anderson. Very soft, extremely flexible leather. Seashell design. If you turn it over, see all the screws on the back are covered. The wings do stick off a little bit, which was the cut of this belt that I like the best. That's what I requested. gold plating on it is much better than on the standard replicas. It doesn't have that washed out yellow tinge to it that the standard replicas have. It actually, I mean, it looks like real gold, and the etching really gives a lot of shine to it. It's got a nice curve to it, pretty much the curve that the authentic belt has. But the big thing about this is now that it's re-leathered, the way the bars hang off. That's really what I was looking for. That's what really sets this apart. I actually have the leather it came on for comparison, and you know, pretty much your standard Figures Inc. leather. Not very flexible. I actually thought it didn't even feel as nice as the simulated leather that they have on the adult replicas. So again, for comparison, Master Series, adult replica. If you really want to make it stand out, fold it over like that. Adult replica. Adult replica, re-leathered in white. Master Series, re-leathered on black. And again, this is not to justify the price of the Master Series. It's free market. If you don't think it's worth the money, you do not have to buy it. I appreciate the option. I liked it much better than an Ultra Deluxe. I like it better than a Deluxe. I like it better than a Standard. And quite honestly, I can't bring myself to spend $2,700 on a handmade belt. So this worked out great for me. So that should do it.